years into the future in 10 minutes. For decades, people have been trying to predict what our future would be like. Will the robots take over the world? Or maybe an artificial general intelligence like Skynet will control our minds? Will we be able to upload our minds to the computers and live forever as machines like in a movie Transcendence? You will be surprised when you hear the answers to these questions at the end of this video. Let's take a short trip with us to the future to see if the predictions from sci-fi books are true. Let's begin with 2020. Most of the world's global energy will come from renewable sources. Plus, China will try to launch its car-free city in the attempt to save the ecology of the certain regions where it's still possible to do. New cities, such as the great city on the outskirts of Chengdu, China, and Masdar near Abu Dhabi, plan to focus on electric cars as alternatives to gas cars. In 2035, people will use Siri as a dating surrogate. The movie Her perfectly illustrates how the near future might look if intelligent operating systems or even our little helper Siri could fulfill our every wish. People will use them as a dating surrogate or simply as a friend who knows all their needs, preferences, and can be there at any given moment. During the next 20 years, the world map will change. New countries will appear in the regions you don't even expect to see them. For example, some experts claim that the unification of North and South Korea will almost inevitably happen in 20 years. Despite the difference in the political regimes and the level of economic development, both countries have a lot in common. In fact, it's one culture divided by the political border and the demilitarized zone. Unified Korea would be one of the strongest countries in the world. Let's be friends with both Koreas, shall we? SpaceX CEO Elon Musk says we'll have 1 million people living on Mars by the 2060s. At the dawn of the 20th century, space agencies in Europe and America began making plans to land the first humans on Mars. Although the manned missions to the Red Plains has been proposed before, only now we can feel technically confident to make plans for the nearest future. This is not about everyone moving to Mars. This is about becoming multi-planetary.
Hey guys, Linemaker here from Linemaker Studios, bringing you brand new around the room. Yeah.
I really hope the tea is alright, because if anything bad happens, I don't even want to say what possible bad things can happen. I would be the most miserable person ever. Oh man. Is she okay? Is she okay? What the hell? By the way guys, if you haven't guessed already what tarantula this is, it's an Ephobophus murinus. This is the skeleton-legged tarantula. Well, is it just skeleton tarantula? I don't know, but I'm not good with common names. But I'm a bit worried, like, what is she doing squished at the corner? Let's find out. Yo, my heart is like racing right now. Not from excitement anymore, cause, I mean, she's not moving. I don't want this to be like the first bad video on this channel. Like, seriously. Are you okay? Are you? Is she okay? I don't want to use my fingers. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Is she not moving? Like, please don't be a death curl. Oh, she moved. Okay, wait, let's see. I need a better angle. Okay. Come on, girl. Don't disappoint me. Are you good? Yes! She's moving! This is awesome. Hopefully she's alright. Come on, girl. Yes. That's a good sign. Yeah. I think she's a little bit stressed out. Definitely, because it's been a long journey. Oh, she's gorgeous. Let's get a nice look of her. She seems a bit lethargic, but I hope she'll be fine. stressed out. I want to make sure that she's okay. Oh, by the way, these guys don't have, well, I don't know if they don't have, but they have, they're earning something different compared to other tarantulas with eradicating hairs. Yo, there's one awesome looking tarantula. It's like, well, if she does survive, which I really hope so, fingers crossed, one bucket list T has been checked off. I really want to put her in her enclosure so she can have good rest. But I really hope that she will go in since she doesn't seem to be moving very much. Okay, I think she's fine because she just gave me a threat posture. Like, awesome. This is like my happiest moment to actually see a threat posture from one of my tarantulas. Oh, she is mad, alright. By the way, if you guys don't know why they're called the skeleton tarantula, check out their legs. It's like skeleton, right? Skeleton, bones, and its head is white, like a skull. Pretty cool. Okay, it's time to put her into her new enclosure. She seems to be really mad for some reason. Well, I'm pretty sure it's because she's stressed, but yeah, just glad that she is okay. Come on, girl. Whoa, she's stubborn. She's not going down. Slowly. Slowly. Don't come running out at me, please. Please. She is awesome. Come on, go down. Don't give me a threat posture here. I'm already happy that you gave me a threat posture to show that you are fine, but you're already in your enclosure, so please, go in. This, you have to admit, is one of the coolest looking tarantulas. Oh yes, I still cannot believe that I have got one of these specimens. The next one I want is the Harpactera pulchripes. Those are also crazy expensive. Not as rare as this one, where I'm at, but they're still...
I think if somebody said, who's the next first-time winner, certainly Martin Truex. On a day on which NASCAR loses, Bill France Jr., another junior, Martin Truex Jr. is going to win his first Nextel Cup race. Truex wins the Autism Speaks 400.
Martin Truex Jr. continues to lead the Toyota Safari 350 in Sonoma, California.
He's got this race in hand. He's doing a beautiful job driving this thing. He's not abusing the car.
Martin Truex Jr., a winner in Sonoma.
Not bad from old Clamor from New Jersey, buddy. Good job.
Still looking for his first win of the season. He's led the most laps in every one of the last 3 races.
Truex has got really stepped up on that stop. Like it was a nice stop. Got him out in the lead. And here he comes. Good job, boys. Good job.
Martin Truex Jr. wins Pocono for his 3rd Sprint Cup triumph. This season, he's finished in the top 10 in all but one of the 14 races. A single-car team based way outside the NASCAR homeland in Denver, Colorado, is sitting in victory lane in Pennsylvania.
Consider Martin Truex Jr. has dominated the first half of this race. He's led more laps tonight than in his previous 21 races here.
When pit stops began, Truex had a lead of 1.6 seconds over Jimmy Johnson. Now when they come out, it'll be Logano 2 seconds back and Johnson 3.25 back. Martin Truex has now led more miles than any driver in any NASCAR race ever. Can he lead mile number 600?
That's not jinxing, Mike.
Getting ready for the restart. Here we go.
you know what? When you put yourself in this position, you earn the right to go get a victory like this. Great job of this team.
Off turn 4, Martin Truex. 34 laps to go. Truex Jr. and Harvick making up row 1. Martin Truex Jr. Kyle Busch running 1 and 2. For the final time, they'll go down the backstretch. Martin Truex Jr. 12 years in the Cup Series, and his roller coaster career is finally reaching the peak, putting an exclamation point on a near perfect season. Martin Truex Jr. is the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series champion.
From the 18, you know Kyle Busch is not happy with his teammate passing for the lead.
Look at this, most wins at a track. But Joe Gibbs Racing, it comes right here at Richmond. 15 wins for this organization. As you see Coach looking on. Now.
Hi, welcome to Splash and Go. Nate Ryan here with Steve Letarte, and Steve Chase Elliott coming off another mechanical failure at Martinsville. 2 mechanical failures during the weekend, the engine failure in practice. Now goes to Texas in a must-win situation, or Phoenix. He's got to win probably one of those 2 to make the championship round, and he's going to do it, have to do it with this specter of the Hendrick mechanical problems that have plagued him recently. I mean, not just in Martinsville, but Dover problem there as well. What do you think the outlook is for the number 9?
So I think the mechanical problems are much more sleepless nights for Alan Gustafson than it is Chase Elliott. Chase can do nothing about it. His job is to be prepared, show up, and drive the race car as he's expected, which he did at Martinsville. It's a team sport, as much as nobody likes that cliche.
No better?
Spider. Ooh, the word alone is enough to make me take pause, and even makes the hairs stand up on my neck. And there are so many kinds. Daddy Longlegs, Tarantula, Black Widow, Peter Parker. Oops, too much Marvel there. Anyway, spiders are spooky and crawly, and at the same time also kind of cool. So, what should you do the next time you see one? You know, besides scream and run out of the room like I do? Together, we'll try to put our collective arachnophobia in check and figure it out. Now, if you're scared of spiders, you're not alone. In fact, in the U.S., 1 in 10 people are affected by a phobia, and 40% of those phobias are related to bugs. If one of those people is you, I know one of them is me, here's the bad news. There are nearly 40,000 different types of spiders in the world, and almost all of them are venomous. Yikes. Well, before we freak out together, I should note that very few of those venomous spiders produce a poison toxic enough to cause harm to humans at all. And since the use of anti-venom became commonplace in the 1950s, the instances of people falling victim to seriously dangerous spiders are practically non-existent. Which isn't to say you shouldn't be careful if you come across any of those known to be toxic to humans, but it certainly isn't something to keep you from enjoying a nice summer camping trip either. Spider bites of any kind aren't as common as you would think, considering the countless urban legends and stories on the internet. That's because, believe it or not, spiders don't want to bite you. There are even documented cases where people have lived in homes that were unknowingly also home to thousands of the infamously dangerous brown recluse spider for years and were never bitten. And even if a spider wanted to bite a person, few of them have teeth strong enough to puncture the skin. Most reported spider bites turned out to be caused by something else, like fleas or an allergic reaction to a chemical. In one study from Southern California, it was found that out of almost 200 reported spider bites, less than 8 of them were. The rest turned out to be something else altogether. Now, does that make you any less likely to scream when you see one? Yeah, me neither. But it is good to know that while seeing one may give me goosebumps, the chances of a spider hurting me is somewhere around 0. Even so, it doesn't do much to change my initial instinct to squash one the moment I stop being frozen in fear. But it probably should, and here's why. Spiders are a vital part of not only the outdoor ecosystem, but the indoor one as well. I know we like to think of our homes as totally insulated from the world outside, and I swear I'm not trying to frighten or freak you out. But inside your house right now, there are anywhere from a dozen to 200 species of arthropods going about their business, and you weren't even aware of any of them until right now. If you're wondering what an arthropod is, it's an invertebrate creature with an exoskeleton, segmented body, and jointed appendages. Think of it as fancy talk for bug, and yes, that includes spiders. Most of these spiders live quiet, happy, secretive lives out of our sight and mind. The most common are cobweb and cellar spiders. Cobweb spiders, sometimes skeleton, segmented body, and jointed appendages. Think of it as fancy talk for bug, and yes, that includes spiders. Most of these spiders live quiet, happy, secretive lives out of our sight and mind. The most common are cobweb and cellar spiders. Cobweb spiders, sometimes called comb-footed spiders, are mostly dark or black in color, while cellar spiders, or daddy longlegs, are often white or grayish in color. Both build webs, where they then patiently wait for their prey to get caught. Cellar spiders have even been known to leave their own webs to hunt for other spiders that may be infringing on their turf, pretending to be caught before turning their neighbor into dinner. Clever girl. Less common are barn spiders, who write messages in their webs to help the talking pig they've befriended win the medal at the state fair. But that sure would be some spider. Spiders will chow down on just about anything they catch, and most of the bugs they catch are probably more annoying or likely to harm you than it is, like flies and mosquitoes. Just something to keep in mind before you decided to go smoosh. If you see one of these common, harmless spiders in your home, and it isn't near where someone eats or sleeps, and you can stomach it, you may just want to make friends with your 8-legged roommate. Still, if you want it gone, I totally understand. Consider giving it a new home outside. You can carefully cover it with a container, like a glass jar, and slide something under it and bring it outside. Note that I said you can. You know, I did that just the other day, and it felt good to be kind to another life form, and I felt stronger for it. But what if I do get bitten by a spider? Huh? You said it wasn't likely, but you didn't say it was impossible either. Well, fair enough. If you do find yourself in the rare position where a spider does manage to get a piece of you, here's what you want to do. First, if you can, don't slap or squash, but trap it. Try to isolate it and get it into a container or baggie. This way you can identify the species and figure out what treatment, if any, will be needed. Usually, an ice pack is the only treatment you need. However, if you do experience any symptoms like nausea, sweating, muscle spasms, or increasing pain, go get medical help right away. Despite everything I've said so far about how spiders are mostly harmless to people, and most are downright helpful, let's be honest. You're watching this video because, for some reason, even though they can be scary and the sight of them makes your skin crawl, you just can't help but be fascinated by them. The bigger the better. The weirder the story, the better. Like when it rains spiders in Brazil. You may have seen some videos of this on social media. And well, in the clips, it looks like spiders are falling from the sky. They're hanging in a giant web to catch those nuisance insects I spoke about earlier. This species is a rare type of social spider that builds a community web that's so fine it's almost imperceptible, which is why it looks like they're just flying. So, while it's unnerving, you don't need to fear spider rain. Well, I mean, you probably should, but it's not a real thing, so you can relax. And what about those stories you hear about where someone couldn't get rid of an itch in their ear, and when they went to the doctor, they found a spider nesting there? Ugh. Here's the thing. The bad pun I just made by saying, here's the thing, after mentioning the spider in the ear story. Ear aches are a lot more common and painful than any dangerous situation that involves a spider. So, next time you see a spider, just remember this video. Stay calm and know your friendly neighborhood spider is just that. Unless you happen to be a fly that understands English and watches YouTube videos. And if you are, welcome to the bright side, my fly friend. Watch out for spiders. Okay, still here? Good. Are you still afraid?
Life, she said.